Hi everybody, and welcome to day 19 of ICAD 2020. So for this one, I took a piece of paper that I had just obviously used to wipe up some ink from another card, and I'm adding some watercolor paint to the background. And this card, well, I don't know if it had any nice stages. I mean, maybe right now, as I'm only adding a little bit of the pink, but I really disliked making this card. And I'm looking at the finished one right now in my hands, and I still dislike it. So, but it's done, and sometimes you just gotta let it go and move on, and that's definitely what I ended up doing with this card. Even, like, I had the background done for quite some time, and it just sat on my island, and it's like, nope. I just did not want to continue with it, because nothing I placed on top of it to try to make it look good made it look good. Like, nothing worked. Maybe I should have just gessoed over the whole entire thing. I don't know. So this stencil is mini stones divided, and I thought if I put it over there while the paint was wet, I would get, an impression. And I did a little, but you don't see it when it's dry. So then I thought I would take my Neocolor crayons and do the technique where I just scribble on the stencil and then wet it and use it like a stamp. And that you do end up seeing. It doesn't show up a whole lot on the final card, but it shows up better than the first technique I did. Actually, if I looking at the card right now, like right there, if I had stopped there, that looks okay. So I guess I need to learn when to stop. Now these stamps, I have no idea where they're from and who made them. I keep feeling like they're Prima marketing, but I have no idea, to be honest. They're really, really old, and I don't have the package that they came in, and nothing is written on them. So I'm just creating a little bit of background because I'm pretty sure as I'm doing this, I already have the idea in mind that I want to do black over top and just have some of the background peeking through. Which when other people do it, it looks fantastic. However, when I did it, not so much. And I don't know why I just kept going and kept going, because I don't like busy backgrounds. Like with multiple things added to the background. I don't care for that at all, so I don't know why I did it myself. So here I'm just trying to brighten up the backgrounds a little by adding more of the Jane Davenport watercolor paints. I wanted the colors to be a bit more vibrant. And while it's wet, it does kind of look more vibrant, and I really wish I didn't add that blue. But once it dried, it really wasn't that bright anymore. See, this looks so ugly. So still trying to get those colors to pop, so I'm adding some extremely old sprays. This is a Heidi Swapp shimmer spray, I believe they were called. And I'm going over the yellow with it, trying to make it pop, but I think it ends up making it look more ugly. And I like the color like mustard yellow, but on this one, especially that top section, it just does not look good. And then I go in with another yellow, and this one's a Mr. Huey, I believe. And that helped a little bit. So as you can see, I really did try. The card ended up ugly, but it wasn't for lack of trying to make it look better. This is another Heidi Swapp one. Those splatters actually didn't show up a whole lot in the end. And another Heidi Swapp spray. I have a lot of those left. There's a lot of spray left in the bottles. Maybe I should find a way to use them. So here I have taken the Stencil Medieval Crosses by Dina Wakley, and I've applied black paint onto my gel press plate, and I've taken off the negative, as you can see in the top left corner, and that's what I got. Maybe it would have turned out better if like you see how the black part, it looks like there's cells in it, like it didn't come out solid. So maybe I should have went in with a paintbrush and made it more solid. Maybe then it would have looked better. I had a lot of trouble with my white Posca pens, so I think it's time to open up a new one. I must be running low. I use them all the time. And I don't take note of when I opened a new one. So, but to me, like, this one felt like it should work because it would work really, really well, and then it would stop. Which I could see if I was going over something waxy, but I was only going over paint. Unless it's the spray. Maybe it was the spray that was doing it to the paint pen. Because I do find some things, they wreak havoc on your pens and markers. Like Distress Crown is like, don't try to put anything over that stuff. So this doesn't look horrible. Maybe on camera anyways, but I don't know. It's not me. I don't care for it at all. and trying to find something to go on top of it, it was really hard. And I think it's because it was so busy that I found it hard trying to find something to go on top without making it even more busy. So I spare you me going through numerous items to try and find something to go over this card. I edited a lot of it out because there was a lot. I went through old die cuts, like from pocket journaling, I think that's what it was called, or Project Life. I had a whole bunch of die cuts from that. So this is a die cut doily, and I have no idea who makes the die. It is really old, and I don't have the packaging for it anymore. So I thought if I cut it out of yellow cardstock, it would pop against the background, and plus there's yellow in my background, so it doesn't look totally out of place. And the size of it covers up a good amount of the background, which I don't like. So I thought it was a good choice. And I love doilies. And then, of course, I struggled with trying to find more to go on top of the doily. This card was nothing but a struggle. That black piece that I'm testing out there, that is a die from Art by Marlene. And again, she doesn't name her dies, so I don't have a name for you. Like, I often get asked what the product names are, and like, usually I'm telling you in the video what they are, and if I don't give you a specific name, it's because I don't have one. And like I said with this one, the Art by Marlene, I don't know the name of it. So, I mean, if you ask me what the name is, all I'm going to do is go on Google and look up Art by Marlene dies. So that's all you have to do. Just go on, Google's your friend. You can find lots of stuff. So just Google Art by Marlene and wait to find what it is you're looking for and click on it, and eventually you'll find what you're looking for. So I did decide to go with this die, and I thought of layering it like that, and I almost did. And then for some reason I decided against it. So I decided to use the other portion of the doily and put it on top, as well as the other portion of the Art by Marlene die. And somebody commented on another video about the Art by Marlene products and said they were available at Top Flight and something parachute or parachute something. I don't know. I'm sure if you look up craft stores, parachute, it'll pop up. So I decided to add just some text in that bottom portion. And I was going to use these, but none of them worked like shape-wise. So I ended up going with just a piece of cardstock and cutting it to fit that shape. So I took another one of the die cuts and just traced it out and cut it. And first, when I wrote the quote down, I did it on the wrong side. See, they're giving me heck again. I give up on the Posca paint pens and go to a gel pen, I think. So what I wrote is, I don't like it, but it's done. And that makes me happy. So I finally get the quote done and cut out, and see, I should have done it the other way. So I decided to glue it in place and then write the quote over again. And I didn't put it in exactly right because I wanted there to be some space in between. I'm just rewriting the exact same quote. And that is it for day 19 of ICAD. So thanks for sticking with me and watching the process of this ugly card. I hope you enjoyed it more than I did. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.